get into some more joyful shit. Like, let's talk about. I showed Drew. All right. So, the first Nintendo app called Miitomo is out, and it's on the App Store. Okay, find it wherever you do your app stuff. It's what did you think? I just showed it to Drew right before we did this show. What did you think?
Well, honestly, I was looking at the loading screen for like 15 minutes, and I didn't even get to see inside of it. So
first impression, shit, too long. Second, my impression, it's basically a giant survey.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's like you get to be friends with like your social networks or whatever, your Facebook, your Twitter friends and shit. But it's all right, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible, but it's obnoxiously Japanese.
Ooh.
And not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, the Japanese culture. Mm-hmm. It is so, it doesn't, you know how there's localizations for video games, right? So a game that comes out in Japan, people sit down and they make it to where whatever is in that game makes sense to another country's culture. Mm-hmm. Okay? So when we get a Final Fantasy game or something, there's a whole team that's making that game make sense to Americans instead of it being like crazy Japanese centric. Okay? Same thing. But I don't think they did that for this. Okay? There's a lot of weird shit in it. Like the quirky, like when I say like a lot Japanese, I mean it's just like the quirky stuff that you hear about Japan, you know? Mm-hmm. Like weird outfits and like these weird little subcultures and shit like that. And like basically all the app is you answer these questions that it asks you. Like, oh, the first question I think I got asked was, what's my favorite food? Boy, put fried chicken. so anyway, super honest. So anyway,
quick answer.
Put that fried chicken. No long description. Anyway, put the fried chicken, and then like basically, the app to your friends will ask them, "Oh, so what do you think Pat's favorite food is?" He just answered this. And then they ask, and then like they do some weird shit.
They go, nope, fried chicken.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, like some weird Japanese shit. I'm like, what is this? But it's not a game.
I didn't even know your favorite food is fried chicken. You told that app before you told me.
Well, if you was on the app, you'd know. Anyway, see, but Drew's not on it. That's what my point is. Nintendo may have misstepped on trying their first app.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because their first app should have been Mario Kart.
Probably.
Like, legit, they should have not done a social network and just did fucking Mario Kart, and that was it. It would be over. The game would be done.
Yeah, and then, I mean, they're promising 5 apps by March next year.
Well,
5.
1 out of the 5 better be Mario Kart.
Apparently, the next one is going to feature a prominent Nintendo character.
Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. Why haven't we talked about the new PS4 update?
3.5?
Yeah.
Playing on your computer?
Bruh.
It's on point, right? Have you played it yet?
I haven't done it yet. Does it work?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
It is so on point. Oh, it's so on point. So all right. So to all you dudes out there, or all you chicks out there, that or in whatever else, if you're playing a game and your partner is like, "Yo, I really want to watch that new Housewives or whatever, or Real Housewives, or fucking anything else like that."
Okay, we get it. Go ahead.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, all right, cool. You bring the laptop in the room. You hit the PS4 app on there. Plug the controller in. Boom. That's it. It's so nice.
Oh, it does. It seems dope as fuck, and I want to. Well, I was really excited about it at first because my new iMac 5K But
it's gonna look beautiful then.
it was gonna look beautiful, but it only supports 720p.
That's fine.
But still, it's cool to have it over there. But I'll be able to do it remotely, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a remote app.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's amazing. Like, it's amazing.
Do you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network?
You know what? I've been trying to test this out. I think you don't have to, because on the Vita you don't have to. You can be states away. You can be really far, but I think you have to know like you have to be like really
like a code, like
you have to
your
like know
PlayStation's
your
code or something.
No, well, something like that. But you have to know like shit about your internet service, and I think like your VPN or I'm probably fucking this up, but like stuff like that.
Whatever, yeah.
Anyway, it's really cool. I've tried it out. It works perfect. It's basically if you have a Vita or if you have a PS TV, the same thing.
Yeah. I've literally been working since I found out about it, but I cannot wait to try it because I want to play
I'll show you how
shit.
easy it is in a minute. It's so quick and it's easy. It's simple.
I mean, just think about this. Like right now, okay, for me, the way my room's set up, it's my TV and PS4 are so far away.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just bring my laptop in and do shit on my bed, that'd be the dream.
Well, the thing is, this is the coolest thing I think that you'll like, is it's just like, say you open your iTunes window, right? And you're looking in the Quick Sixer podcast, you know what I'm saying? Leaving a review or whatnot. Anyway, you can just minus that in the thing, bring up your PlayStation remote app.
Yeah.
Pop that up, play a few minutes, minus it down, bring iTunes back up, leave another review, and then just, you just go back and forth. It's just like having a regular app on your computer.
Nice.
It's amazing.
Gonna do that.
But
tonight.
Yeah, you should do that. Speaking of though, so we talked about that and the Miitomo thing, and I think they're misstepping. Like, for real. It's just... It's not cool, man.
I mean, what is so wrong about putting Mario on the iPhone? I don't understand. Like, that is their most famous... Not only their most famous, but the most famous game character in the world.
Yeah.
Mario is literally the most famous. And if they just put that motherfucker on an iPhone app...
I guarantee you within... It's either the next app or the next one. I think they have to go with the next one. The next app they do, it has to have Mario in it.
I think so.
Have to.
And it should be something... I think, like, Mario 64 type game.
I don't even think that, man.
Mario Kart.
I think it may be... I hope to God it's not some fucking endless runner or something.
Huh?
Like Endless Runner, like Temple Run or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
I
fuck
hope
that.
it's not that.
No, I'm thinking they're either going to do like... You know how they did the new Super Mario Bros. For DS? Did you see that? I think they're going to do something like that.
Yeah, I don't like virtual buttons either. Like, I'm not a big fan of like buttons you can't press.
You're going to have to get that USB.
I'm fine with that. You know, your boy got that...
I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
You get the GameCube controller for the Wii? Or whatever. That Wii remote.
No. Your boy don't. We'll just say your boy don't have need for downloading old games anymore.
You allude
got that handled. On multiple consoles at this point. I showed you my newest trick.
Yeah. You powered out.
Your boy was playing Super Metroid, waiting in the car earlier. We'll just talk about that. Anyway, so I wanted to bring this up since I like that you brought up the PS4 thing, because there's like a thing now where games are so accessible and there's so many of them. I feel like people don't appreciate them as much. Like back in the day when we were younger, I feel like you get a game, or maybe your homies had a game and you're like thinking about getting it and you want it or something like this. And then, I mean, whether you liked it or not, you were going to play that game 100%. You were beating that game regardless of what it was.
It was almost like you didn't think the game was bad. You either thought it was hard or you got frustrated with it, but you didn't consider it a bad game. Like
Exactly.
nowadays, it's so easy to get a game and get a game for free
Yeah.
that people are just considering games bad, and there's like ratings online. Like the only thing that people would look up online when we were young is cheat codes.
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't look
If-
up to see.
before online though.
True.
What I'm saying is like, all right, so Nintendo 64 came out before there was legit internet.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, internet where everyone had internet.
I
There
know-
was like AOL dial-up, I think.
We get the 64, what, 92,
Six.
93?
96.
Are you sure? Because I thought that's when the
Positive.
internet came.
No.
Internet came in 96.
They did? Well, I know, sites like what IGN launched in then.
Yeah.
It was actually called, it's like n64.com or some shit. Anyway.
Well,
But,
no, what
back
was
in the
that?
day.
What was that one? Cheat CC?
No.
You know, you went to Cheat CC.
Chico Central.
Oh!
You know you was on that.
Bro, it still got game. It
I
still
think
got
it does.
cheats.
I think it does.
Because
But,
I looked up, because I get the new 64. I got a 64.
You can get no new 64 now then.
Never got a new.
There's no new 64.
Bruh. Still, speaking of investments,
I
God,
love the 64.
think of all those fucking 64 games that are in boxes still.
Mm-hmm.
They're worth like $300, $400.
Yeah, I know it's stupid, but I mean, what is like? All right, so I know there was one game particularly when I was going on 64. Okay, I don't think before 64 I really took.
You're right.
I know,
96.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
my fault.
tell me.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Can we just cut that part out?
no,
so
we
I don't sound
cannot.
like a dumbass?
No, we cannot. Trying to question me on nerdy things. Come on. Anyway, when the Nintendo 64 came out, I really considered myself like kind of on top of video game. Like I knew what was going on, you know.
Uh-huh.
But like before then, I had an NES, and then that shit died,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had a Sega right after that. But the Sega, it came and went, you know.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's sad, but Sega had a lot of good games. Like I think it was Gunstar Heroes was fucking baller. Sonic is cool. Sonic you can get on anything now though,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And speaking of NES, go look this up. But somebody beat the original Mario in under 5 minutes.
Yeah. Those
like
speed
four-
runs are fucking awesome to watch.
It's super cool. I watched the other the record beat. The dude freaked out. It was awesome. He beat it by 0.003 seconds. The world speed run record for Super Mario.
Wait, Super Mario? You talking about Mario like the
Super Mario, like NES Super Mario.
Oh, you're talking about that first
Yes,
jump?
the one with Bowser, the one where you run through
Mhm.
levels, whatever.
And you can like skip to like level 4 and shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Beat it in like 4:57 or some shit. It's insane, and that's counting all the loading screens and all that. Like when you start the game, that's when the counter starts.
The one that freaks me out though is the speed run through Mario 3, Super Mario 3.
I can't.
Have you seen that one?
I know there is
Bruh,
one.
Dude, it's 11 minutes because it takes a while to get through.
Mario
all
3
levels.
is long.
It is long, but
It's hard too.
the last level where you have to do the lava boat thing. It's like dum dum dum
Yeah.
dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Of course.
And you can't run. You have to wait for the thing.
Yeah.
But all the bombs are coming.
Yeah.
Dude jumps
On the
every
bombs?
single fucking bomb.
Dude, speaking of, have you seen these Mario Maker videos?
You show me some, but
Dude, I'm gonna tag you in the next one this one that I saw yesterday. It's unreal. Like the headline is Super Mario Maker is just getting out of hand, and it's just this guy. All right, so I didn't even know you could play Mario like this. I played Super Mario Maker. It's amazing. Probably the best game on Wii U. Okay, and it probably is, just because it's cool, and it's inventive. But it's this guy. It's like it's Mario, whatever, and he has a shell most of the time, and he's like running, throwing the shell, bouncing on it, grabbing it again,
Oh, yeah.
bouncing, grabbing, like jumping over fire in between these piranha plants. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is insane. And then, like, he shouldn't be winning. What's up to all of our people on Periscope, by the way? We're always live on Periscope. Right now, we're talking about games that you 100%ed. Oh, nice, Beverly Hills. That's cool. So anyways, we're talking about games that when we were younger, you kind of felt the need to 100% them, even if they were shit. But we just got on this tangent about Mario Maker or whatever. What up? Anyway, we were talking about that. But what's one game that you went in? Because one game I did was rough. But you go first.
So we're trying to talk about games that would be considered bad now that we went in on?
Games that were bad then, too.
But we didn't consider them bad?
Well, it's games like, maybe you got it as a gift or something, but it was like, neither of our families had too much.
Yeah.
You maybe only got maybe a game or a year.
Yeah.
If you got any.
Man, it sucks because even those games that I remember playing, shitty games that I remember playing, I know, they were fun to me anyway, even though they're really hard. Fucking, you know what game sucked real bad and was really hard to play? Jungle Book on Nintendo 64.
Jungle Book.
Bruh, they had a Jungle Book game and you could not get past Shaka Khan. You could not. You couldn't. Just saying.
I know.
Is it Shere Khan?
Shere Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan's
Shaka Khan. What's Shaka Khan? Nothing.
Just look up Shaka Khan, please.
Shere Khan. Shere Khan?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at Shaka Khan.
Aladdin was the same way on Genesis.
Oh,
that was an awesome game, though. Awesome game. But so that's your game, fucking Jungle Book on NES.
Man, no,
on
there's
NES?
so many. No, that was for 64.
64. What is the one game that you think was like the hardest game that you forced yourself through?
Fuck, man.
That you just felt like you needed to beat it, but it was like it wasn't probably that great.
Well, I'm gonna say one game, but I know it's great.
Okay.
But it was real hard to get 100%. Was Pilot Wings.
So hard. 64?
Bruh, yeah.
I love the 64 one.
It's so hard to get past, because I don't know if you play that. I'm still
launch game, by the way, on 64.
It is. And actually, I played it recently, and it's still fucking hard.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
I have it. We should play it actually in a minute. Anyway, so Pilot Wings is yours? I love Pilot Wings.
Yeah.
It's great. Mine, Glover 64.
Whoa, bruh. Glover?
Glover. All right. If you haven't played Glover, okay? Ooh. Glover is probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. Ever. Yeah. It's hard as fuck. Have you played it?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's super hard.
Now that we're talking about these games, I gotta say, Beavis and Butthead. Did you ever play that for 64? No, now it's for NES.
Yeah, for NES. I played the NES one.
Fuck, that game was hard.
So hard.
Paperboy.
Paperboy is hard. Ninja Turtles is notoriously hard for NES.
Yeah.
A lot of people never made it to the sewers level or whatever the hell it is. Or no, it was surfing or whatever the fuck level. I don't know. One level, people never got past.
Bruh.
But Punch Out apparently super hard.
Punch Out's hard. Mortal Kombat games were not really that hard, but they were interesting.
They get hard, though.
They were hard to figure out the fatalities. Because you had to look them up, obviously, because you wouldn't know them. You wouldn't know the codes.
That's the thing, though. You didn't have a way to look them up when Mortal Kombat came out. Mortal Kombat came out in 94.
But no, you did. It was called a walkthrough, a game guide, a fucking actual physical game,
like a book.
Well, and your boy had one.
Well, I know that, but I mean, they had those. They had those, and you could buy those.
That's the only way you could see. You couldn't go online and see.
Or you hear it from your friend, you hit left, right, yeah. And then they fucking
you get that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
And then fucking someone will uppercut your head off or some shit, you know? Like your spine comes with you, something like that.
Bro, yeah, the Mortal Kombats that have like the ones that are
They're
new
so
now,
gnarly.
they're so gnarly now. They fucking the
So
fatalities.
gnarly. I can't even. If that shit came out like before, like this shit that happened in Columbine, they'd blame it on Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
You know they would.
mm-hmm.
Video games are so
real,
nasty.
real deep.
No, I mean they blamed it on what, Doom?
No, they blame Columbine on Marilyn Manson.
Did they? I
Yeah.
thought they blamed it on video games as well.
Because the boys were listening to Marilyn Manson on their headphones when they were doing it. Something like that.
But didn't they
Or
say
like-
something about Doom or one of those games?
Maybe.
I
Dude,
know
there's-
people were talking about violent
Duke
video
Nukem.
games. No, I think it was Doom.
Really?
That people were talking. Yeah, it was bad. Like it was like, dude, games are so much more violent now.
Well,
it's insane.
I know the big hype around Duke Nukem when it came out because
Oh,
I
that's
really
bad.
wanted to play it, but my mom wouldn't let me play it because she heard about how
How bad it was?
violent it was.
Yeah, no,
But I
that
think I heard something about some titties being in it or something like that.
there was some titties in it.
And I was like, "Oh, I want to play that."
Of course,
Of course, every little perverted boy wanted to play a game with titties in it.
but so this is true. This is true.
Can
People love some
I get
titties.
some affirmation real quick?
Some true. I preach on it.
Bro,
Anyway,
speaking of,
I gotta tell you what is Glover
Okay,
though.
all right,
What,
tell me
hold
about
on,
the
tell me,
Glover.
tell me what you're speaking of.
I was talking about Grand Theft.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto.
You know you get the hooker in that. You brought the prostitute to the alleyway and let her do you.
Oh yeah, why not?
Classic.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3. When I could have sex with a hooker in a game, dude. When the first time you heard about this, was you like, no way?
Yeah, dope. But I'm gonna ask you one more question. Then you talking about Glover. Did you try to change the camera angles to see what was happening?
What do you mean?
You could change the camera angles and try and see what was going on in the car, and apparently it was a glitch. But when you did,
Oh, you're talking about GTA.
yeah, when you changed the camera angles, all you saw was them sitting, like, cause like
They were
when it
just sitting there.
Yeah,
I
what
remember.
it shows is the car doing this, bouncing.
Yeah.
But when you change the camera, you do the glitch and like do it real fast and change the camera angles. All you see is them sitting there doing this.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I know this.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
This kind of ruins it.
GTA 3 was like a big deal. It changed the game.
It did change the game.
Like when you had an open world, you could basically do whatever you wanted in, and they had weird shit like that. Like, and I mean, it's not good.
Drugs.
I haven't played through a GTA since that one.
Really?
Since
Dude,
maybe San Andreas. No,
the
not
best
San Andreas.
Vice-
I played. I think I played Vice City all the way.
That's the best. That's the best one to finish because you get all the shit you get afterwards. Is so much fun to play with because you get
Yeah.
like 2 helicopters.
But the thing is,
Like some other
GTA
shit.
5 is apparently like the greatest GTA. It's a masterpiece, apparently.
Yeah. Your boy,
I haven't played
your boy,
it. You've played it.
Your boy's playing it
You
right
have
now.
You are? You done with Fallout?
No,
You never gonna be done with Fallout. You can't really be done with
I don't think you
Fallout.
can be done. Yeah, I played more Fallout. I'm
Is
loving
it
it.
good?
Yeah, it's harder than I expected, but and people keep saying I can change. Like my friends have kept saying I can change the hard like the rate like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, fuck that. I want to play it.
You can
you
on
know?
like Wolfenstein and stuff too. I play Uncharted on the hardest difficulty when I play it.
Yeah, I need to go back and do that.
Yeah, you do because 4 is coming out May 5th or 10th or some shit.
I'm excited about that.
Dude, I'm really excited. I really want to play it.
The trailer though.
Yeah, so good. So good. But Glover 64. I've been meaning to like send this in to. So IGN does this thing. It's called 20 Questions Video Game Edition,
Oh really?
and they have a panel or whatever. It's on GameScoop on their podcast GameScoop, and they try to guess a video game character from the game from any game. Okay, and there's like a few questions you can ask to like narrow down the system, whatever.
Wait, so you go
So-
in with the character in mind. They ask you the 20 questions.
Yeah.
Oh cool.
No. They ask the host
Oh.
20 questions, and on the 20th you have to guess the game if you haven't guessed already.
So if for instance if they were saying Mario, then the host would ask like, does he wear a red cap? And they would say yes.
Well, no. Well, like no. The host would sit there and just say yes or no. It's yes or no questions. Okay.
I
Yes
don't
or
get
no?
it. I don't understand.
All right. So 20. You have 20 questions. There's 3 people that are guessing. Okay.
Okay.
You have 20 questions to guess who the character is.
Okay.
So, if it was Mario, they would say something like, is this character part of a franchise?
And then
they would say, yes. Did this character debut on the NES? And they would say, yes. Be like,
and then after 20, they would say Mario.
No, at 20.
At 20.
20th has to be.
Is your character Mario?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, is it Mario? Or, I mean, they've done a bunch. Like, Lara Croft was one. It's fun. It's a fun game, but it's like you have to have extensive knowledge.
Yeah, dude, I like playing that game with celebrities or people. Me and Catherine played that game a lot.
It's a fun game. Yeah.
It's a fun game.
But
I like the idea.
I like listening to the 20 questions segment just because it's like I like to try to guess it, but I've only think I've got it once or twice. Like I'm not
because they're not gonna use.
No, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. But or it's sometimes it's the game. Like they'll ask particular game. I think it's the game. It's just a game. I don't think they ask characters.
Ooh. And the game could be anything.
Anything. Any game from any system. Anything. So there's like
ColecoVision. It could be like
yes. Yeah, for real. And it brings it up. Like apparently though, there's certain questions they ask that like narrow it down. Like, was it before or after January 1st, 2000, which is PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Or before and stuff like that. And
yeah, see that's I think if I was playing the game version of that, you'd have to start off with a date, and you had to do it before or after.
And then they ask if like the developer's still around, stuff like that.
That's a good question. That would be like if you're talking about a celebrity, are they still alive?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But Glover's, I've been like seriously thinking about throwing Glover 64 at him because it's the most random game.
It is.
And it's so fucking hard. Like it's probably like when I beat that game, and I beat it, is literally one of I think one of my biggest gaming achievements. Like I felt good about beating a game. I felt like I jumped a fucking hurdle because that thing was so damn hard. Because dude, you're a fucking glove, okay, and you have you're a fucking glove.
I remember.
And like you had to keep a ball from popping,
bruh,
throughout like multiple levels.
And I know why you got that fucking game because the fucking art, the game art,
fucking
it looked
box
dope.
art.
It looked
like
dope
this
as
looks
shit.
sick. And you boy was playing a lot of Banjo-Kazooie at the time.
Oh.
So I was like, damn, this shit on fire. And it was like the 3D platformer shit was just on a different level at that point. And which is coming back. I'm fucking hyped. Ratchet and Clank just got released. People are saying it's one of the best PlayStation 4 games ever so far.
Oh, wait.
What?
We gotta talk about something. And I forgot. Bruh, speaking of nostalgic shit.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Did you buy it?
Did you see the trailer for Pete's Dragon?
It looks dope.
Holy shit.
Pete's Dragon old, too.
I know this is a little off topic because we're talking about Nintendo, but we're talking about childhood shit. Pete's Dragon, the Disney movie, where they had, I think it was Mickey Rooney was in it. And
was he?
Old ass motherfucker, yeah. And maybe he might not have been. I think he might have been the dragon. But they had an animated dragon with the live action and everything else.
Yeah.
And he roasted the apple. That's the most famous scene. And they're making it into a live action.
I know. Disney's doing all that shit. Beauty and the Beast coming out next year.
Jungle Book.
My girl, Emma Watson. Jungle Book's killing right now.
I know.
Yeah. Emma Watson going to be Belle next year.
I heard that.
It's going to be awesome, I think.
It's going to be awesome.
But,
all right, so I'm sorry. Continue.
No, you're good.
I just saw
Glover. If you ever get a chance to play this game, please go try it because I don't think you're going to beat it. You're going to get frustrated. The reason I brought this topic up was because
I'm just going to see how much it runs for right now.
Glover on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay. So Drew's going to look up Glover on Amazon, but the reason I brought this topic up was because of this game. I've been thinking about how hard this fucking game is since I beat it. Mm-hmm. Okay? Look at that box art. God. Look at that.
It's dope.
8.3 out of 10 IGN. Really?
They love this game.
Game hard as shit. Like, anyway, this is one of the hardest 3D platformers I've ever played. Okay,
Mario 64. If it's under 20, I'm buying it right now.
Okay, Mario 64, I've literally beat multiple times on different platforms. Okay, I beat it a bunch of times. One time, somebody erased my file on the 64, my cart. I fucking flipped out.
Oh, I bet.
You know your boy beat 100% again. 120 something stars, whatever. Well, I think it's 121. How much is it? Is it $1?
No, it's $6.39.
You said you're gonna buy it. Buy it.
I did.
You did.
All right.
The hardest damn game ever. So go ahead and try to buy that. Anyway, Glover 64. Drew about to buy it. He about to test it out. Review for next show. We might be going on a little hiatus, actually. Drew's been pretty busy. I might be pretty busy real soon.
Wait, look, they got it on PlayStation too.
What?
That's
Buy
not right.
PlayStation.
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Why would that be there?
That doesn't make any sense. Just buy it from whoever. Anyway, yeah, dude, it's the hard one of the. So in the day of 3D mascot platformers, this was one of the hardest ones I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind, there was Mario 64 who started off. We were like, holy shit, this is insane. Then you had Banjo Tooie, what else? What else was there? 3D mascot platformers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, what were we talking about again?
In that era, there was like, platforming games like Mario and you had Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, you had Conker, it just got flooded.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash 2, Crash 3. It just got... Time Warp. That was 3, I think.
Mm.
But it just got flooded with these 3D platformers, which is like, it's coming back now. And there's actually, the people that worked on Banjo are doing this game called Yooka-Laylee that's coming out. It's on PlayStation 4 later this year, apparently. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about that. That's going to be cool. But, and then you have like stuff like the rarity that like Ratchet and Clank, the new one, the reboot or whatever. It's, one of the highest rated games on PS4 to date.
Mm.
People are loving it. And it looks amazing. So we're gonna see what Drew thinks about some motherfucking Glover next go. But let's close it out on one more topic.
Okay.
Which one do you want to go to?
What we got left?
We can talk about
Coachella, little things.
Yeah, we can always. I like ending stuff on the little things.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down with little things. I think my little thing right now, and it's a good transition, is...
Are you really buying it?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
But you actually gonna try to play it?
I got a 64.
Mm-hmm.
Is this... I think, we were talking about how we didn't have access to the internet. And the internet's a big thing. I'm not saying the internet, but access to... Remember when you ordered something online and it took 2 weeks to get to you? When you ordered a new board on CCS, or like when you...
Rip CCS.
What?
Rest in peace, CCS.
Wait, they're not back? I thought they came back.
Yeah, not the same.
Yeah. But, you fucking... Whenever you order something on, online, it always took a long time. Mm-hmm. But now we have this instant gratification. We get... Yeah. And I fucking live for instant gratification. Sometimes I do a lot of research. Like when I bought the camera, I had to do a lot of research for it before I got it. But for things, I would say under $100, if I, for some reason, feel inclined to get it, I want it now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think for me, the little things is being able to access all of the things that I want fairly easily. Yeah. It's not like it was before. It's not like people aren't scared of putting their credit card on the internet. because there's so many, like Amazon's protects you and like PayPal protects you and shit like that. So now everything's so easy and it feels like, you know, we definitely made a big shift. So that's my little thing is the instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
Once I want something, I can get it. I can feel good. Cause I'm not like, I don't know. I wouldn't say that I was pushy about things or like whatever, but once I want something, it's really hard for me to not want it unless I just see the shittiest review about it. That's another little thing. Is how we get to see other people's experiences before we do it.
That's true. And I mean, I think, you know, that particular aspect of the little things is like, you see, like, all right, this is kind of funny actually. I went to a diner the other day, right? And the you know, if you ever been to a diner, you expect like what 3 things, right? You expect burgers, fries, and milkshakes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, one of the reviews for said diner was, "I'm disappointed in the lack of vegan options." I was like, "Are you serious? It's a fucking diner. What are you doing? Like, it's all cooked on the same fucking hot thing. You know, the same stove. I don't know. It's like a stove. It's like a hot.
Yes,
you
know,
know,
a big hot
plate of metal." So, oh man, you need to get that today. Get it Thursday. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, man, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I was doing a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what? Who's expecting vegan options at a diner? You know, so I don't think reviews. You shouldn't take reviews serious all the time. But little things for me are when, like, little I don't know, like successes or hurdles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Drew just ordered the Glover 64. So we'll see what's up.
Let's see if I can beat 100%.
You're not gonna do it. It's the hardest game ever. Anyway, you don't have time to do it. You're too busy. I'll come play it though. I'll for real come and play that game.
You should.
It's hard as fuck. Anyway, so yeah, just little successes here and there, little praises here and there. You know,
like, I love that affirmation,
dude. I love getting praise. That's my thing. Like, I love being told that I did something good. Like, and I mean, you've seen me get bummed out. It's not a good look.
No.
So
it never is. When Pat's bummed out, everybody bummed out.
That's what I'm saying. It just radiates. So like, I gotta keep the positivity. I've learned this with help from Drew, that if I'm not positive, then shit around me just goes to hell.
Yeah.
So I gotta stay positive. So being told I've done something well is just like a little win for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the little thing for me. Like little wins here and there. Like, oh, you know, or say I did something, or, you know, like, oh, thanks for whatever, you know, cleaning this thing, or, you know, setting the coffee, something, whatever.
Yeah.
Chill. Like, if I did something right, I'm like, you know, I did something right today. You know?
I could put this one in them. I'm good.
This one's cool.
This day's cool.
I did good. You know, good for me.
Speaking of...
Pat on the back.
Speaking of patting on the back. Speaking of pat on the back.
Ooh, this guy.
This is our 25th episode. And, I mean, we've had more episodes than that,
like
because...
33rd or something.
It's like, because we had, like, 0.5s and stuff. But this is our 25th episode.
Full episode.
It's a quarter century. Bruh. Quarter of a century episode.
Quarter. That fourth.
That 1/4, my brother.
Oh,
and
man. It's intense.
Let's, like, since we've been nostalgic this whole, you know, episode.
Nostalgia.
Finishing on this. let's bring it back to that first, those 10 minutes right before we pressed record on that first episode. How nervous you were.
Dude, I was so nervous. All right, so hold on. Let's take it even farther. Okay. Ooh. If we're going nostalgia,
we're gonna talk about the Buffalo Wild Wings episode.
We're about to. So, the mythological Buffalo Wild Wings episode, which Drew may or may not have on his phone still, or in his iCloud. So Drew, I've been telling Drew about doing Quick Sixer for like a year.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So anyway, we're out skating one day, and I'm like, look, dude, I've been looking it up. I don't think it's gonna be terribly hard to do. I think we need to do it. Do you have it in there?
I think I do.
Oh my god. It should be like a half hour, I think. We didn't have a name for it at the time.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure I don't play anything embarrassing.
Terrible. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a headphone in. Anyway, so we're at a Buffalo Wild Wings. And Drew's like, man, let's try to give this a go.
No, I don't want to tell you.
This is it.
Nothing's on my mind. I mean, we're at lunch. I just said no. We're at lunch, and I really want to drink this Jack and Coke without getting disturbed. Yes, Sean. Sean's the fucking man.
Seriously, Sean? Alright, so what are we doing? We're drinking Jack and Coke.
You said Jack and Choke.
Jack and Choke.
Just a little snippet of our first. Maybe we should release that somewhere so people can see the very first.
Maybe we're on Tumblr or something.
When Quick Sixer was just an idea.
Yeah, an infant idea. Yeah. We tried it at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Because this is what was happening. Pat gets these ideas and he likes to get me involved, and I love that he wants me involved in everything he does. But Pat will just start going off on this idea, and sometimes they last for a week.
I get real passionate about it.
He does get passionate. Sometimes they last for a few months, but most of the time I'm not saying most of the time, but like sometimes they don't pan out. They're just like him thinking about things he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so he kept talking about this damn podcast, and I was like, Pat, if you want to do a podcast, do a fucking podcast. Don't quit talking about it. So I turned my voice memo. I turned my voice recorder.
That's not even what you did, dude. You were like, you really think you can do this? Like, you called me out on it, which was your first mistake. Okay.
No, it was not. It was a perfect thing to do.
It was perfect, but I mean, mistake for anybody who doesn't like this show. So, you called me out on it. You were like, you think you can do it for real? And I was like, yes, let's do this. And you were like, all right, boom. And he hit record when we were talking, as you just heard. Like in the middle of it. And right after that, Drew goes, he didn't play that, but he was like, hey, we're recording. We're trying this out right now. So I'm sitting there, and Drew's talking about, we're going to test this show out right now at this restaurant, at this Buffalo Wild Wings. And
if you didn't know, we love Buffalo.
Yeah, we love some B-Dubs. Anyway, so we're there, and Drew's like, all right, let's do this. And it got real weird for a second. But it panned out, and I was like, I think we can do this. But you're talking about that first episode, the real episode we did. Episode 1, which episode, like, a few of the first episodes are like a shit show.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous that it was going to go bad. And
bro, it was almost like I could see the beads of sweat running on your face.
It was bad. I was so nervous. Like, and it was stupid. It was so stupid. And I mean, I've been told, like, oh, dude, like the first few episodes, like, come on, man, like they're not good. And I was like, yeah, I know. Okay, I know. You try something new. Fuck you. So anyway, that's what happened in the first few episodes. But I think we really hit a stride once we got into a groove in like the teens of the episodes, and really started to kind of figure out what we were doing and
how
to go about it.
we had a lot of ideas and a lot of things that worked out and some things that didn't work out, but we tried, new things each episode. Yeah, there were some shitty things that we fucking tried, but that's what it's about. Like, we started this, we didn't fucking practice episodes, we didn't fucking do, we had an idea and we did it, and that's it.
That's it.
Literally.
We were about to try an episode though. I remember the first day you were saying like, should we do a practice run? And I said, no, fuck it. Let's just go in. Let's just go full balls out. Let's go. And you were like, all right.
I remember when you first told me about it, you were like, you told me that you want to do an hour, and I was like, an hour?
Yeah.
I was like, you want me to talk about something for an hour?
It's not
like,
hard.
honestly, I didn't, it's not hard at all, but like, and as you see now, we're, we might be cutting it in half, but like the way we're recording it right now, it's about an hour and a half. And we talked about shit. We didn't even know today what we were going to talk about, but we just kind of came up with them. And it just seems like right now it's so easy for us because we have taken a hobby and like turned it into something productive. And I think that's what's important. Like, if you like it, that's great. And, we love that you listen to it. If you don't, then you understand, we're doing what we like to do. And if you support us, that's cool. If you don't, you don't. It doesn't matter.
That's cool, and we appreciate all the reviews and all of the likes and all the shares and the people on the Facebook group and the Facebook page, like, and everybody that tunes in from fucking Russia for our for our Periscope feed.
Yeah. That was probably the most unexpected thing about our podcast is that we have this like following of Russian people who just tune in every time.
Dude. So random.
But like it's great hearing like, my boy Matt, I think the episode where we talked about, falling in love on camera and all that shit. Maybe the one after that, but like getting text messages after the episode and like people telling me that they enjoyed the episode and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That shit is cool because honestly, like, I don't know about you, but when we started this, for me, it was kind of like, I'm doing this for me. Like, I'm doing something fun.
Oh, it's still
whatever
like that for me.
So it's not, we didn't really expect anybody to give a shit in the first place, but we wanted them to. And the fact that they are is just kind of affirmation that, it's great. If you like listening to us, it's great. If you don't, fuck you. It's like a dick or something. I don't care. But I get it though. Like,
I get it.
I get it.
I get it. I get it if you don't like it. I get it if you like it. So it's like you just said, we've been doing it because we like to do this. It's fun. It's something. It's something that. So I don't know. I don't know about for you, but like, I realize that like if I keep my creativity up, then I feel more productive. Yeah. And I feel like I'm doing more stuff. So I feel like doing this is just like, it's a little boost every single time. I feel like, oh man, I accomplished something. Like, it's the little things, Yeah. It's also the praise thing I was just talking about. Like, just little wins. I feel like every time we've done an episode, it's like, that's an accomplishment. That's going to be there. That's a legacy. That's going to be sitting on iTunes until the server goes down, which is cool. I mean, and you can download it anytime. You can download it to your computer or whatever. And they're going to be in this hard drive until this hard drive dies. So, it's been, I mean, I can't believe it's 25 legit episodes in so far. Probably 25 and 0.5 after this one. But, it's nuts that we've been doing this since October, I think.
Yeah. And I think when we first started, we didn't really know what we had an idea of what we wanted to do to expand it and to make it a bigger deal than what it is. But like honestly, even that venture was a part of the hobby. Like we really didn't care whether or not, as long as we could still sit here and talk shit and do whatever, that was fine. But like getting the sponsor and all that stuff, and like we got a sponsor last episode, and that was amazing. And I think that like, our next step is to continue that, because it's about, this whole episode's really been about progression. Like Like, that's what it's about. Like, we want to progress and do what we do better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, once we get, you know, more sponsors and more people involved in our podcast, you know, the better we'll feel about, or the more accomplished we'll feel about doing it.
Yeah.
But it's still, no matter what happens to the podcast, it's always going to be the hobby that turned into, like, whatever it turned into.
Yeah. I mean,
Why are you laughing?
because I'm about to say something I regret. So this was legit an excuse for us to have beers in the daytime at first. Okay. And it turned into us having, like, this is the progression, all right? We wanted beers in the daytime, so we started this, all right? And then it turned into, we had a lot more to say than we thought we did. And then it's turned into, maybe we can make this into something that we can do for a while. And then it turned into something like last episode, which, you know, thank you to Mumford Brewing Co. and the Mumford Brothers. Because, I mean, and Devon Roberts, like, that. Episode 24 is awesome. So it turned into something, the podcast turned into something on episode 24 that we only kind of, like, dreamed about for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking that it wasn't going to amount to anything really. Maybe our friends would listen to it. Maybe they wouldn't. Doesn't matter, you know. But
oddly, we got a lot of support from our friends from the very beginning. I didn't expect
anybody to like it.
Yeah, I didn't expect our friends. Well, like, your friends came in first because I didn't really know what my friends would think about it, but my friends hopped on the bandwagon and just as soon as your friends did, and it was kind of crazy. It was like,
it's kind of crazy, and then, like, I mean, my brother's friends listen to it at their, you know, their auto places, like, whatever, and, like, some of my family listens to it, and, like, some of their friends listen to it. It's just like, I mean, this whole thing has been word of mouth, basically, because, like, we're not, as much as we have social media and stuff, we're not, like, huge on it. So
no.
It's been a word of mouth, and I mean, it's like when you're on a show, or I mean, my situation when I'm on a show, I'm just like, it's sometimes maybe I'll mention it to someone if they start talking about, oh, what do you do besides this, and maybe I'll mention it, maybe I won't. Sometimes I have not, because it's just like it's a very personal thing to me, I think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've served up a lot of personal shit on this, like, especially you.
Why are you calling me out right now?
Because I've called you out for 25, 30 something fucking episodes, and, like, it's just the way it is.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing, like, I sometimes could be closed off, but, like, honestly, a lot of the shit that I said, I'm an open book about, because I don't, at some point, it's just like, fuck, I'm almost 28. I don't give a fuck what people think about my past. I don't give a fuck what people think about, like, my feelings or whatever, because, like, in the end, I know who I am. I know who I want to be, and, like, whatever. And I know I've said some shit on the podcast that I wouldn't want certain people to hear. But more than that, I don't give a shit. Like, I would rather people understand my experience than hide something about myself. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I've given up a lot of personal shit.
I mean, I think it's a good thing, though. In the end, I mean, we've talked about a lot of personal shit on this, but it's probably for the better. I mean,
think about it this way: we're gonna go off in two different ventures in our career. We're gonna do different things. So we're probably gonna connect on some things, but, like, once I feel for both of us that we're going to accomplish what we want to accomplish within the next 5 to 10 years. And when that time comes and people want to know about us,
they'll have
a whole story about us. And, like, even if it's not really about us, if there's, like, stuff that we talked about, they'll understand us, and, you know, they'll see where we're coming from.
Yeah. And
then we'll be giving them something that, you know, they can enjoy, and hopefully
pretty candid.
Yeah. Very candid. Well, you know what happens when people drink beer?
I know all too well
They
what happens.
They become very open.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure that beer has enabled me to say some things that I normally wouldn't have said.
Yeah. For
Because
sure.
like in the earlier episodes, we were drinking a lot more than we are now.
Well-
we're actually drinking a quick 6 now. We're not drinking a 6 apiece.
That's right. Yeah. That's true. Like the first, what, like 4 or 5 episodes, I think we drank for real a 6-pack to ourselves.
And then Kevin DeWitt's episode,
Oh God.
which by the way,
Kevin, you're coming back, by the way.
he's coming back. He actually called me 2 nights ago.
Kevin wants to come back.
He actually asked about it. He was like, "Why haven't I come
God.
back?" And I was like, "Well,
We'll fit you in, bro. It's just,
he's got a lot to talk about."
I know he does. He messaged me. I know he does. He's been wanting it. We're gonna bring him back. So all you Kevin DeWitt fans.
He is definitely one of the most entertaining ones.
Oh man.
Episodes.
What a character. You're bringing the beer this time though, asshole.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so it's your turn.
You know his ass gonna bring Tecate.
Better be in bottles. I don't drink that shit. So anyway, this has been so cool. If you guys have been sticking with us all 25 episodes and more, the 0.5s and all the bonus beers and the interview episodes and whatever, the mythological 12.5 that may or may not have happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. Anyway, only a few people know about that one. So if it's real, I don't know. Anyway, this we're psyched that you guys have stuck around. So thank you. We're gonna go 25 more than that, 25 more again, as long as we can, I guess.
Yeah, I think we should go as long as we can, even if we have to take a break every now and then.
Yeah. So this is actually a good point. Actually, we might be taking a little hiatus in start of June.
Well,
Actually sooner than that.
We'll see.
We'll see. But Drew is pretty busy, and I'm hopefully might be pretty busy pretty soon.
mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have to either do some weird remote shit where it's either me or him, or both. Maybe we'll get to meet up sometimes and do one, or whatever. We'll post when we can. But these two, you're probably going to get 2 episodes out of this, or 1.5. Might be the last for a minute. So thank you guys for sticking around. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up on all of our social media platforms: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go join the
Tumblr.
Facebook group. Tumblr. Go join the Facebook group, Facebook page. Go check that out. If you want to hit us up personally, or if you find anything interesting about the show, email us at quick6erpodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up on both our social media platforms. Drew is at
DREWPASLAY
and PAT_ARTUS. For me, this has been episode 25 of the Quick Sixer Podcast. So, you boys are out. You know what I'm saying? We out. Love you, bro.